You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yeah.
Memphis Bleek.
Bleek. Yeah. What it do,
What's
New
up,
Yiddy?
sir?
I'm here, man. I'm chilling. What's up? What's up?
Bleek making the media rounds lately. I heard you on Tax Stone podcast. What's going on?
Yeah, man. Tax my man. I had to run down Brooklyn Love. You already know, so got to make it happen.
Now, the hip-hop police, if you don't know, there's a hip-hop police department in New York City. And
Hey, go interview about
Wait,
the snitch.
what is about to happen?
One of the guys that created the hip-hop police, he wrote a book. And I was talking to him about rappers in New York City. And he was like, there's only one rapper in Brooklyn that's about that life, that's in New York, that's about that life. I was like, who? He goes, Bleek. He was like, Bleek is about that street life. He's the one that you got to watch. When he's in your club, he's the one you got to be careful.
Yeah, what you be doing, Bleek?
You shot Bleek?
I don't know, man. Nobody testified yet, I hope. But, I don't know, man. They used to run down on me, though. I know still when I go to Club Lust, task force is out there. Now I know why.
Yeah, now you know why.
Word up.
Were you supposed to tell him that?
I don't know, but
Yeah. Good luck. I need that.
Now, Bleek, I always wanted to ask Jay the same question. You think Jay made expectations for you too high when he said you were the new improved
Of course.
Jay?
That right there, you don't even know. When that line came out on that album, I was in the crib writing every day because it's like, damn, I got to match. I got to try to be better than what you are. Because remember, then he wasn't what he is now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a ceiling there I thought I saw. But then he just took off. It's no matching that.
Well, let's go back to kids that might not know who Bleek is. Now, you started out with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Now, how did that relationship happen? How did y'all become friends? Because he's older than you.
Yeah. We grew up together, basically. I grew up under him, basically.
Marcy.
My mom's, Marcy Projects. He lived on the 5th floor. I lived on the 3rd. My mom's and his sister is best friends. So, that relationship always been there. And then one day he was just coming through the hood with Clark Kent and them, and, I ain't know if he knew I rhyme. So I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, what's up? I get busy. I want to roll. And he like, all right, come to the crib. And then from there, it's just
How old
been
were
on.
you?
Now?
No, back then.
I was, 14, 15 years
14.
old?
So
You was
doing before rap.
Yeah. Okay. Way before rap, when he was just Sean. He was still jazzy in the hood.
Was you hustling with him as well or no?
Never hustling.
14.
My hustle was too little.
you was signed
Coming
to
of age was a lie?
What you mean? No, Coming to Age came out actually 2 years later.
Oh, okay.
That's what happened. Remember, Jay ain't have no deal when we did Coming to Age. We was in Clark Kent basement.
Got you.
Wasn't no studio, nothing like that. Clark did the beat, we spit. That was it.
You were signed at the same time as I remember Diamonds in the Rough. Remember that?
Yep. I went on the Chitlin circuit with them. Word. My guys right there.
I remember it's because of you. I remember when I used to sell a quarter spoon, which was 7 grams, and you said 7 gram hustler. I was like, oh. 7 gram hustler. You felt certified then.
Yeah. Trust me. I was at that point. Trust me. I've been there. So to talk about it, I had to upgrade from that level. But I was at that level before. Trust me.
Did you think that, y'all would reach the heights y'all did growing up in Marcy Projects?
Never. I'd have planned better. I'd have had a way better plan. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, I was just thinking, like back then, saying you're going to be a rapper was like saying you're going to the NBA. Nobody believed it. They looking at you like, well, you talking Chinese, man. You better get out here and sell these packs and keep it spinning. Right. Nobody becomes a rapper. So then when we did it, it was just phenomenal. It's like it took off so quick. I wasn't prepared. I was just young and dumb and running with the wave. You know what I mean?
Right.
Did you and Jay ever get into any type of serious arguments? Because you always see it in different cliques. They always beef. There's always a problem. Was there ever a problem with y'all at all?
Nah, I could say when I was feeling myself, that's why I missed the second album, Volume 1. If you notice, I wasn't on that album. I ain't going to tour he did with Big and Puff and them, God bless. I missed that whole run because I was feeling myself. Coming to Age drop. I got the V. I'm the man at school. I don't need the studio no more. I accomplished what I needed. The girls know who I am. That's it. I just wanted to be hot.
Was you
and
gold
that was
yet?
it. Nah, I ain't even drop an album.
Oh, okay. Before
I ain't drop an album.
Oh, this when the single was out.
This was just Coming to Age on the album. I was feeling myself, so I ain't want to go to the studio. And then Jay came to the crib and had a real conversation with me that I always held to this day, and it changed my life because he was like, yo, I'm rich already, homie. I'm just trying to help you achieve this.
Right.
Like, I don't have to mess with you. I could leave. I go to the studio, do what I got to do. I'm rich already.
People would have did anything for that opportunity.
Yeah, and he
to
was
have
like,
him.
he was just like, I'm trying to help you change your life and your family life. Either you with it or you ain't. And then they went on tour, left me in the hood for like 6 months, had time to think about it. And then, I ain't never missed nothing else since then.
I always applaud your loyalty, though, because it's easy for artists to be in a position to see somebody like Jay, and then you always see the situations, F him, F the CEO, he ain't looking out for me.
Nah, never that, man. Jay is Jay, and he always been who he is, man. Like, it's nothing different. He always had money, so the fame didn't change him. You know what I'm saying? And he just Jay, man. Either he with it or he not. He gonna keep it straight, raw, and uncut with you. Like, everybody know what it is with Hov. There's no hidden factors, no hidden skeletons, or nothing. So if you feel away, that's just on you.
Are you really in his will? He said you're in his will.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want my man to pass. I don't care about that. I hope it's no will. I hope we live forever. You feel me?
You said you didn't, part of that verse, you were like, okay, it made people feel like Jay just was taking care of you.
Yeah.
Like you wasn't really working. And
Yeah,
doing.
like I was a little skio out here. You know what I mean? I was a skio or something. Like, no, that's my man. And I guess he felt like, let me just let people know that no matter what, Bleek gonna always be good, which was a great gesture. I love him for it, but it just made people feel like I don't have to work. Like, when I holler at certain DJs and be like, yo, my G, I need you to play this record. First thing they say to me is, you good. If I'm good, why I'm in the studio, my G? Like, why am I here talking to you with a record if I'm so good? And even if you good, don't you want to be great? So,
well, it's been years since you put out an album. Jay doesn't tell you like, man, come on, why you not? You have all of this at your disposal.
What the hell you been doing, Bleek?
He ain't never been like, why are you not putting out albums or
Hov don't care,
let's do this
man.
on Tidal, man. Let's do this.
Hov don't care, man. Hov, like, long as you got good health, you selling that D'Usse, we out here moving, we good. We don't care about albums.
So
like,
you're not passionate about that anymore, about music, about making albums?
I am. I'm just not passionate about an album. I don't think nobody buy albums. Nobody care about albums. Music don't last that long no more to really drop an album anymore.
That's true.
An album lasts about a week now. Then the next day they on somebody's new single on the internet. The album is forgotten about. So I feel like I make records all the time. I got a whole stash of records. That's why I'm getting back into the groove of dropping records, because I got artists I'm working with. You know, I got an artist from Miami. I got an artist from Barbados. I got artists from New York, and we just working. So it's like I want to get back in the mix to build these relationships to make the road easier for them. You know what I mean?
You discovered a lot of artists out here that ended up popping off, but it seemed like you don't get the credit for it. Like I always heard you discovered Rick Ross.
Yeah, I told Jay about him. He was in the studio. Shout out Rick Ross. He was in the studio when we did Round Hair down there when I went to check Trick Daddy. And you know, he was spitting to me and Bings like, yo, they don't give me the shot. I'm like, who, what? Let me hear what you got. And he spit. And I was like, man, I called Hov right there like, yo, Jay, they sitting on something down here. Hov took that trip. He came to NY. Here he is today.
Wow.
You always kept your ear to the streets as far as like down south too. Like you worked with T.I. early.
Yeah, because I seen it coming.
Right.
I seen it coming, my guy. When we was on that Hard Knock Life tour, it might have been probably a little bit before that, after, I can't remember the year, but Mystical song, The Man Right Here dropped.
Right.
And that right there just did it. I was like, man, this is a sound that's about to break through. And if it break, I want to be one of the pioneers who bring it up top. You know what I'm saying? So that's what made me, I always had the relationship with Trick Daddy. I had met T.I. through Falant, God bless. That was his man. You know, that was the homie. And that's how I met T.I. and we made the record happen, and it just was a classic. Like, nobody believed in it up here, though.
Did you ever have an opportunity to invest in Roc-A-Fella? Because it started so when you was there.
Yeah, hell nah. They ain't want none of my little chicken. I had that teriyaki chicken. They ain't want none of that right there.
Were you ever as tight with Damon Biggs as you were with Jay in any way?
Definitely. We always a family, but Jay is my brother. Like, we from the projects. I can never, like, at the end of the day, whether the wheels fall off or we ride to the Maybach, I'm always going to be loyal to Hov. It didn't never matter to me because he gave me a shot. It's like anybody could have gave you a shot, but when it comes from somebody that you know, you cherish it because opportunity is worth everything. And that's all you want, somebody to give you the opportunity to be great.
Has Dame ever screamed on you?
Nah. Dame helped me out of a bad contract, though. That's why if you ever hear any of my interviews, I always shout Dame out because Dame always was a good dude to me. He never did nothing wrong to me. Dame would cut up a couple people, get under their skin, but with me, it always was cut and dry. He was my man, him and Biggs.
What contract did he get you out of?
I had a bad management contract. They almost wanted 50 of everything. Dame looked over that and was like, boy, oh boy,
and you had signed it already?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Hell no. It would have been a couple faces cracked for that one, but he seen it. They presented it to me. And, you know, I was so young, Jay wasn't around, and Dame was the only person around. And I'm like, yo, I need you to look over this. Because this before I even knew, yo, you got to hire a lawyer, anything. So when Dame looked at the contract, was like, no way. And he set my whole structure up. And I thank him for that because, whew.
Have you spoken to Biggs?
No, not since he came home.
Yesterday was his born day. I saw everybody putting on the gram.
I ain't even see him, man. I ain't even see that. It's crazy. I've been moving around on this warehouse, this D'Usse mission, man. You know, that's it.
Why did you never like look down upon the South? Like, 'cause, you know, most artists from New York, especially from that era, like, they whack, they can't rap, they not lyrical.
Who looked down on who?
New York artists look down on Southern music. Period.
Nah, man, that's not true. That's very much not true.
I think that was way before that, like way earlier in the beginning when.
Like, down south always had lyricism. Like, you think about 8-Ball and MJG.
Absolutely.
Outkast.
UGK. Like, then when T.I., Lil Wayne and them broke through.
Scarface.
Juvenile, Scarface. Like, you kidding me? They had a bunch of talent. Like, I just felt like it wasn't known up here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when
just
you
wasn't
used
played on
to
the
something,
radio.
yes, when you used to something, that's what you used to until you accept something new. Like, think Tupac sold 5 million records on All Eyes on Me and didn't have one single playing in New York.
Right.
So,
But even when they infiltrated New York, you had like Cam saying, "When the F we start bouncing" and stuff.
because that's a little bit of hate, man. You can't resist change, man. Change is good sometimes. You know what I mean? You got to be with it. Like, the game right now, everybody mad. The young boys is winning. You got to be happy. Let them shine. Because I bet you it was some OGs out there pissed off when we was winning. You know what I mean? That pioneered the game probably was pissed like, yo, they messing up the game. Let the young boys eat. It's enough money for everybody.
So how do you feel your music has changed now?
Oh, man, I grown up. I elevated. I ain't that 534 standing in the building lobby hustler no more. I ain't got the Smoking Joe on my hip right now. You know what I mean? So music is elevated. I'm into bigger and bigger things. Like, I travel. You know what I'm saying?
You got married.
Oh, yeah. I tied that in his eye. You know, I had to do that. It's perfect timing.
I saw you riding horses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I went horse surfing. Took my horse in the ocean.
He's a horse surfing. So
That's some different rich nigga shit.
What broke up Roc-A-Fella? You know, because at one time it was from Beans to Cam to y'all. It was like a perfect fit.
I think ego, man. Because it wasn't money. Everybody was making a ton of money. It wasn't that. It's ego. Like it's just weird that when something happens, one person want to be responsible for it. You see how Charlamagne said, yo, you don't get no credit for putting on certain artists. You don't never hear me ask for it neither. And that's the problem with people. People want to be certified. They want to be critically acclaimed something. Like,
they want a pat on the back and acknowledgement.
And they'll die for that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just going with the flow, man, I don't care who created this. Let's just roll. And that's what I think broke it up. Ego, man. People just couldn't accept that Jay is that dude, man. He's the God.
One of the legendary situations you don't get credit for was the whole Nas beef.
Oh, man.
It seemed like you threw the first shot. I couldn't be wrong.
You think he was credit for starting that beef?
Right. And you was like, your lifestyle's rigged. You're supposed to be playing position.
Because somebody gassed me up, man. I was on the point of being gassed up. My homie from the hood, my man named Jabba, called me with a Clue mixtape, like, yo, listen to this verse. Nas talking about you.
Oh, that'll do it.
Then he spit it to me, let a slug melt in your hat, all of that. Like, why you getting that? Why? Oh, and then it went from there.
What verse was it? Look, I remember when Nas did the joint over was it Paid in Full?
Nah, that was after.
That was after.
Yeah. Yep, that was after. It was,
I
don't even know. Like, yo,
you weren't the only rapper wearing hats, Bleek.
Exactly. They gassed me, my G. They caught me. Like, they caught me slipping. Like, they got me. I accept that one, but you know.
The next thing you know, there's a war.
It was historical, though.
Yeah,
it was historical, though, man. Changed the spectrum.
It's nice that everybody had your back, though, because it seems like nowadays people beef and they kind of go out there on their own.
But how did that go, though? Did Jay say,
I got this. Yeah, when he got at us on one of them other songs, and he was like, yo, I shoot the Philly beans and all of that. Yeah. Jay was like, Bleek, hold on, I got this. And that's when he did Takeover.
And they probably already must have had some tension anyway.
It always was. That's how New York was. You know, they was beefing over album covers, who used babies on the cover
and the
back
Dead
in the
Presidents,
day.
I think it was, because Nas didn't come through and do that Dead Presidents.
Yeah, like, you know, there was a lot of tension in NY back in the day. So your studio would get rushed.
What do you think about that now? Because, you know, back then, if Bleek had beef, Beans was on it, everybody was on it. But now it seems like...
You on your own, boo.
You on your own. Even with Meek, like Meek when that Drake, it seems like Meek was on the island on his own.
That's because there's no real loyalty, man. You got to remember, and you can't fault them for that. Meek and Wale didn't grow up together.
But you and Beans didn't.
But we had a 10-year grind. We've been down 5, 6, 7 years already before the drama popped off. We did 10 tours. So we built that relationship. I know his mother, I know his kids. I go to his house for Christmas. He come to mine. When he say, yo, in Marcy 456, and that's real. Bean stood on Flushing Avenue for an hour till them dice said 456. Just so he could say, yo, I really live my raps.
It's really happened. True story.
You feel me? Like, we built them relationships. And now artists really don't build relationships. They just make records and roll out and call themselves crew. And that's what it is today, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? We was really a family in Roc-A-Fella. Everybody would have died for each other if we had to.
Where you stand with Beanie now?
That's my brother. That's my guy. Like, all the time. I always say that. Bean's my G. I talk to him all the time. He working. His health getting better. He lost a lot of weight. He dropping a bunch of verses out of nowhere, just destroying these dudes' tracks. And it's like, okay, I see him. He got me motivated. You know what I mean?
When you first aired his grievances, did you see that coming?
Nah, that hit me blindsided. But you know, it be them blogs that hype that up, though.
Right.
They'll play him a snip from mine and be like, yo, Bleek said this, and never played him the whole thing, so he think I got at him, and then he get at me, and it's vice versa. And I ain't with that. If I once called you my brother and I love you, I look like the fool clowning you, calling you a sucker now.
But you also kind of got to stay away because you have some loyalty
That's right.
to Jay, so you got to just fall back.
Yeah, but I still always try to reach out to the fam and kick it and keep, the hatchets buried, but, ain't but so much you can control out here. Everybody is their own man and they want to believe what they believe.
When do you know the time is right to smooth it over, though? Because he was at the B-side show.
Yeah, he was I seen him before that when we did a show in Philly, and this when they was saying Jay called the cops on him, got him removed from the show.
Yeah.
Man, it was all bull. I seen him, and none of that cracked off. Nothing was popping. I even did a video that day at the venue, and he was in the video. And it's like, I don't know where these stories come from, man. Like, there's no problems with nobody. Never been no fisticuffs, no blood been shed. It's just been a bunch of verses and interviews.
Now, when y'all had beef with D-Block and Rough Riders that time, how was that beef? Because that was, we on the same turf.
Yeah. Beans, man, that was, like I said, who knows how it started? It's just, one day you walk in baseline, my G is on. Let's make some records with and it just go. And Beans and Jada, it's just that competitive nature, man. They both was beasts, man, and you gotta bump heads sometimes, man. Sometimes competitiveness, man, is needed. You need it. It sharpens you. It makes you better. It make you aware of what you was lacking in before, probably.
Do you ever tell them pump the brake like, whoa, wait a minute now. The locks, just think about this one.
Nah. Because ain't nobody invincible.
Yeah.
Like, a verse could be written, you could write a hot verse and a whack verse all in the same night.
The same
so it don't matter, man. Like, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the realest thing I heard you say, well, one of the realest things, when you was on Tax Stone podcast, you was like, yo, I can go in the same studio with the same producer and write something, but it just ain't what Jay did.
Exactly. I could tell you what he ate, what he drove to the studio, what route he took, but your outcome will not be the same. It's just, the gods reach down and bless that man. He got the angels in the booth with him.
Did you ever try to follow him with like no writing down and do the same?
Yeah, I did that. It ain't work. It ain't work. Start forgetting lines. Be like, yo, hold on, what I said right there? I smoked too much for that. I gotta write it down, man.
You ever have to be like, I don't really like that verse. That was kind of whack.
Yeah. A couple times I change my verse. Like, I think it's hot, and then I wake up in the morning, re-listen to it, be like, I was bugging last night. What I smoke? And then go, do it over.
What about when all the battle songs between Jay-Z and Nas are going down? Did you get to hear what he was going to put out first and comment on it? Were you in the studio?
Yeah, we was in baseline when they did everything. Super Ugly, Takeover, everything.
Yeah, I think Super Ugly was a little too far, but like, maybe we shouldn't go that far.
Or you was like, go in.
We like, nah.
Ether was worse.
We like, go. Push the button, go. But the fans' reaction made us be like, like.
We took it too far.
You told Jay that Ether was like, yo, he got you.
No, not that he got you, but he got one. Like,
he got one.
He got one. Like,
so you would say,
was like, yeah, we gotta get him. We gotta get back. We gotta double back and replan this strategy. Like, because you can't front when he dropped Ether, man. Everybody was just rocking with him. But you know what I noticed over the years? People love the underdog, man.
Right, that's true. Very true.
People love the underdog. They always cheer the underdog.
I even feel like that in boxing. If you undefeated, you gotta win. Like win-win, but if you're the underdog, all you got to do is
just breeze through.
Right.
just survive.
Just show and prove.
Now, did you ever spend time in Memphis?
Nah, man. Never. I've
What
been
is
in
this?
Nashville, run down with my guy Young Buck, though.
Okay.
But I never spent time in Memphis. I never know nobody down there. You know, I ain't gonna just be wandering through somebody's neighborhood like a tourist. Come
where
on,
you
I
get the
can't do
name?
How
that.
does a kid from Marcy say, I'm going to call myself?
See,
Memphis
we
Bleek?
had a show out there years ago. Jay had a show actually, and I was with him. So we was in the hotel room. This
Oh, you got some
before.
good out there.
This
That's
is
what
before wedding rings and all of this. So,
Right.
you know, we had the tatas and everybody around, you know. So one of the chicks was like, yeah, I want to welcome y'all to Making Easy Money, Pimpin' Hoes in Style, Tennessee. So I'm like, what? And she repeated it. So I looked at Hove like, that's my name. Because we just had a conversation where he was like, you gotta get a different name. Who gonna buy album by Bleek? He was like, it's just Bleek. Who
Yeah.
gonna buy that? So when I
Even
heard
what the
that,
word bleak means is
Yeah.
it's just bleak.
yeah, he like, you needed something else. So then when I said that, he didn't even believe that I was gonna go with it. I'm like, trust me, that's my name, my G. I'm Memphis Bleek. So shout out Memphis. I never been down there like that. Just one time.
At one time to make a name, boy.
Yeah.
Word up.
Is it true Sean Price your cousin?
Yep.
Wow.
You know, but it's blood through blood. Like,
Oh, okay,
he's
okay.
cousin of a cousin of mine. We all grew up together, same Christmases, grandma house, all of that. So, you know, God bless God bless him. God bless his fam, like everything, man, especially his daughter. Sad thing right there.
And what do you do for D'Usse?
What I do for
Yeah.
everything, man. Selling these, flipping them pies, my G. I'm out here just going to different liquor stores, different clubs, making deals, flying to different locations in different cities, making deals, you know. I'm basically the liquor store and the club guy. I get them cases moved.
Okay.
How do you feel the game has changed since you wanted to come up?
It's a lot of music out there, man. That's how it's changed. It's easier to get your music out there, easier to get it heard, but
And you said people aren't buying albums.
yeah, nah. You could just go for 99 cents, pick the 3 best records you like, $3. Why I'm gonna spend $14 for your album? $3, I'm good.
You think that's a good thing though, or a bad?
Nah, that's how you know who made iTunes. He ain't hustle a day in his life. Single supposed to be $3, album $10. So now you buy 3 songs, you spent $9. You like, nah, I'ma just buy
The whole-
all of them for 10.
Right.
You feel me? He ain't hustle. He need to holler at me.
Do you feel like the Roc-A-Fella wave got its proper, I guess, closure? Cause I mean, it evolved in the Rock Nation, but I'm talking about that legendary wave, that legendary run y'all had. Do you feel like it had like a proper ending, so to speak?
Nah, man, don't need no ending. We ain't dead.
Right.
You know, I feel like
It's evolved.
yeah, like it's Rock Nation now, and it's new things. It's sports, it's liquor companies, it's management companies. They got new artists. Like, look, you got J. Cole dominating. Like, you feel me? Like, Roc-A-Fella, all we had was Kanye that reciprocated what a J. Cole is equivalent to doing right now. You know what I mean? Me and Beans, we ain't sell out no guard. You feel me? Like, so you got to tip your hat off to what they doing. They took it to the next level right now, and that's come on. Not many crews could regroup and double back and take over again. So, like I said, that's the gods, man. The angels is with my G.
But one more, get the band back together one last time, do something.
Nah.
Dynasty album part 2, maybe.
Nah, Jay got too much money, man. Jay don't care about that. Nah. I don't think so. Like, that's a hard tree to bark
That's
up
a
right
hard
there.
sell.
Yes, like,
Cause
I
everybody
talked to him
there,
about
Freeway there, Beans there, Young Chris Neef.
Yeah, but it's different now. Like, back then it was Benz's. Now it's G5s. They ain't going to the studio. Hold out. What? Gotta make $1 million deal over here. I ain't going to no studio. Like, imagine what it would take to get Jay in the studio to lay a verse today. Man.
Envy?
I'm starting to think
What
Jay's
happened to back in the
unofficially
day?
retired and ain't telling nobody. He ain't telling nobody this time.
I don't know if he retired, but I don't think he dropping another album. Like, he might drop songs here and there, you know, pop up here and there, do his thing. But album, man.
You don't have to, though.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
legacy certified.
that's what I mean. Like, you don't want to go out now. We dropped the Dynasty album in Tank. Then what? My man Hove going out like the 45 Jordan?
But it wouldn't be about album sales with that one.
Yes,
though.
it would.
You
It's
think-
all
you
man.
think so?
Yes, these people don't care.
People would- that'd be a nice
Googling your
meme.
numbers, man. Yeah, and we'd be part of the
wouldn't take,
meme
though. It
wars.
definitely wouldn't take, though.
I'm gonna do a reality show about this, the meme wars, man.
You really don't like those memes, Bleek.
Man, it's bad. I can't
not
fight that
playing.
battle. They got that hands down. Wave the white flag.
Word.
Damn, Bleek, we appreciate you joining us, man.
No
we
doubt,
need more
my
music,
guy.
more.
Oh, I got it
about to
coming,
drop.
man. I got it coming, man. I got this joint with Nipsey I'm working on right now, trying to get a special, another feature on there. I'm going to drop that. I got a couple joints up the works right now.
You call
man.
Jay when you working like, I need you on this record, or you don't even bother?
I send it to him, be like, I need a verse, and when he don't hit me back, then I know he like, nah.
and me and Bleek never had a fist fight. Remember back in the day, there was a rumor that me and Bleek had a fist fight.
I never heard this rumor.
Yeah, me neither.
This when I was in South Carolina.
Just made this up.
Yeah.
Damn,
when
You remember when you
up?
came to the station in Columbia? It was you, young Chris, Neef. This when you had Jay had just became president of Def Jam.
And we was on the promo tour together, me and
Yeah.
the Gunners. Okay, I remember that slightly. And they said we had a fight.
Who won that fight?
Who would have won in the rumor?
What happened was I interviewed him, right? And the interview got erased for whatever reason.
Oh my
So
God, what
somebody
a
that worked
clown.
at the station was like, yo, we don't got the interview, so we got to say something. And that's what he
Or they
went
said they got
with.
into a fight, so they
Yes.
get.
That's what he
Oh,
went
they
with.
made it up at the station.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said that
was before
because
blogs
when
and
you
all
guys
that.
were doing
Thank
that,
God, because they'd have probably memed me to death.
now when you guys did that promo run, that was my first big interview when I started at Sirius,
Yo.
and that's what got me my job. When I interviewed, it was Bleek, it was Jay-Z, and Young Chris.
That's why I always tell people, man, Angie been grind mode. I seen her come. Serious. When they first opened up,
You seen her come. Damn, tell us more. What else is going on?
Nah, I seen when she first got in the game, and man, and where y'all at now, man, come on, man, it's incredible. Y'all got cameramen running around. Come on, y'all making it happen in here, yo.
God is good, man.
You too, man. My guy Envy. Y'all gotta give my guy Envy a street cred too.
What?
God bless. Rest in peace, my man G Baby. Envy been
Wait,
in
you
them
killed
streets
somebody?
with us, man.
Hold up, what happened?
Envy be in them
G
streets.
Baby, your man?
G Baby,
Oh, you
my
made it sound like
man.
if he caught a body. I'm like, what
I
you
was
talking
like,
about?
wait a minute.
But I see Envy in them back streets. We met up on some dark locations, the politics of business, and my guy in them streets, man, give him his credit.
Wow.
I changed. I'm a father of four now, Bleek.
It's-
What's Envy doing?
But wave your street flag.
But
Don't
if
let
I have
the.
to, I just call. We just reach out. But I don't
That's
have
right.
to. I ain't changed. I'm a
And he
bad
a
guy.
cop on the low, though. That's why he be out there.
It's Memphis Bleek.
He ended the interview.
Good morning.
You already.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in